welcome in to the 2026 season of Lansing Common Robins Soccer. I'm back for my second season, Josh Lee, and I have a new partner joining me this season round. Jack Vowinkle, go ahead and introduce yourself to the folks.
Well, hello everybody. My name's Jack Vowinkle. I'm thrilled and excited to join the commentary team for Lansing Common FC. I have taken a big soccer break. The last time I was on call for soccer was Spartan Soccer back in the fall of 2025. So I'm really excited to have this summer and experience this sport in a new season for me as well. So yes, thanks Josh for that introduction, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We'll be here all summer long. A couple occasional breaks just because some things going on in life.
Summer is summer.
Summer is summer. We still got things going on, but we will be here breaking down all action Robins soccer as the teams make their way out to the halfway line to introduce our teams. But let's take a little look back at what happened last season for the Robins. Had that really strong start, Jack, and they had really good momentum, filling you in a little bit what happened last summer. They had really good momentum, and we talked about it with our live stream producer, Scott Oberlander. One game happened, lots of chaos took place, and it went a little bit off the rails towards the end. Lansing Common was in first place going into, I want to say, close to like match day 8 or 9 in the Midwest Premier League season. End up finishing second. They bring in a whole new roster of players and chance to create some magic this summer.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, and oftentimes in lots of different sports, you see one game can cause a season to spiral out of control. And as you mentioned, that's exactly what happened to Lansing Common. Still finished in second place in the league, though, so it's nothing to, you know, be sad about in terms of a second place finish in a league that was fairly tough last year. Of course, Goshen City FC won the entire league, not just the division, but the entire league as a whole. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Common places this year, and a lot of familiar faces, but some new ones, and especially in goal for us here this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll talk starting lineups as we're getting some introductions to the visitors of Liboka FC. We don't have too much information on them. We have a little bit of a roster of who's going on. We don't have a starting lineup, so let's just focus on the Robins starting lineup today. And in goal, a fun name that we were trying to pronounce coming into this one, Vias Papadoudis in goal for the Robins. Over at left back, presumed Christian Trunk. Center back pairing, a little bit different one today. Spencer Powell is on the bench today, available, but instead we got Archie Tyers and Mason Winkle making up that backline pairing. Followed out at the right back position by Josh Angel Craven. I like that first name, Mr. Angel Craven. Sitting in center defensive mid, holding up in front of that back line, we have the captain today, Jack Heald, alongside Joey Farhat. And then making up that three-man midfield in front of them, Jason Janowski, the social media star of this team, Jack. Don't you worry, he will let you know about it.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Cullen McKay as the center attacking midfielder, Carter Hagan out on the right, and leading the line today for the Robins, Extreme Hauk.
Extreme Hauk, I'll tell you what, between Papadoudis in the goal and Extreme Hauk, that from top to bottom, a lot of fun names on the roster this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's so fun to see all the fans come out and support this team here. And of course, it is a chillier day and very windy, might I add. If you folks can see the flags in the opposite bleachers, they are waving in the sky. So keep an eye on that. You know, recognize that the weather right now isn't necessarily ideal, but it can only get better from here. And then, you know, midsummer form, not only will the team be in it come July, but also the fans will as well, and it'll make for a fun environment here at Eastern Stadium.
I'll let you on a little secret, Jack. Last summer when we had, because when the heat kicks in, when we're starting to get into mid-July, we have water breaks. Noah and I, my partner last year, we did a little fun thing where we would have random sports talk. We stayed away from soccer. I believe last time out we had some hockey talk, we had some boxing talk, we had some other talk. So when comes time for those water breaks, we're gonna just talk about anything else. I don't believe we're gonna have one today because it's not hot enough today. Right. I think it's in the low 60s, but very windy. Feeling about 40-something degrees, I want to say.
Yeah, it's 62 and it feels like 50. So there we go. It's not the May weather we're used to. Of course, it is summer break for all individuals that attend college right now. So including ourselves, both Josh and I go to Michigan State.
Yes.
But yeah, it's not summer weather, but it's still summer nonetheless. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes. And yeah, like you mentioned, we don't have many facts or much information about the visitors, Liboka FC, but they are still a Lansing-based team. But they were only founded 2 years ago in 2024. So like many other up-and-coming teams across the country that form, you know, it takes a while. It takes a while to get your name out there. It takes a while to get your information out there, and it takes a while for people to notice you both on and off the field. So Common has an advantage already entering this game, being around for a few years longer than Liboka FC, but that does not definitely does not showcase anything on the field talent when the whistle happens.
Today's opening day roster for this friendly consists of 15 returning players for the Robins. Some notable names that we talked about in that starting lineup: Jack Heald, wearing the captain's armband today. Spencer Powell sitting on the bench today. I expect him to get some action at some point. Didn't get to speak to Coach Derby pregame because there was a lot of things going on at the stadium. First game, everybody's getting back into the groove of being back into this, and didn't get really to talk. So we'll see who's coming off the bench later today. Jason Janoski's one. He has incredible technical ability. Joey Farhat created a great pairing for Jack Heald all summer long last year. And then not to mention some of the other players, Carter Hagan, a threat going forward. Nady Omar, who's on the bench today, another threat going forward. This team is deep, and they are going to be poised for another run, going for that Midwest Premier League title. Yeah,
back in the fall, I got a chance to call Detroit Mercy versus Michigan State when the Titans visited the Spartans in East Lansing, and Spencer Powell really caught my eye. He was a captain for that team a season ago for the Titans. He was a senior for them, so he's now graduated. A great defender, has a nice size and skill on the field, and also is a solid offensive player, even being a defender. So I'm very excited to see his performance off the bench here. And yeah, you mentioned it. This team is deep. When you have depth, that can really take you a long way because, you know, the starters know that they don't necessarily have to go the distance, and then they know that not only will they not have to go the distance, but they'll also have a solid replacement once they exit the playing field.
Completely. Teams getting their photos, getting the ceremony underway that this is the start of the Summer League for all these players. Liboka FC just off to that left of your screen, getting a little huddle in. So as Jack mentioned, summer break almost officially here, at least for Michigan State students it is. We've got a great staff this summer made up of not only Michigan State students. I know we've got a couple of University of Michigan staffers this summer and other schools in the surrounding area. So it'll be a fun summer. We are just moments away from kickoff.
Yeah, the information we do have on the visitors, Liboka FC, is that number 4, Isidro, is arguably their best player. He's their captain. Was last year and now is this year, so back-to-back seasons for him, being in that lead spot for the visitors. So we'll keep an eye on number 4 in yellow for Liboka and see how the Robins play here in their first game. 2 practices they've had under their belt so far through the beginning months of this summer season. So not totally meshed yet, but the in-game experience is most definitely the best way to collect that.
Liboka FC getting ready to start us off. And we go. Player by the name of Prezi looking to go in on that back line. Go straight to Papadudis. And the Robins will collect.
Important here for the Robins to get off to a quick start. Settle in offensively, get it in their zone, and keep possession of the ball.
Beautiful cross pass there from Tires. Plays it into Hauk. Off of a Liboka FC player. He'll go out for a throw.
You just have to take advantage of this and keep the ball in your zone for an extended period of time. Tire out the defenders. And then it always makes it easier on offense when you have that advantage.
Joey Farhat losing possession there. Liboka looking to counter quickly. Gets it over to number 11. Amuri trying to play it in. Can he get there? Archie Tires clears it away. It'll go out for a Liboka FC corner.
That's fantastic effort right there from Archie Tires, using the slide. A fantastic way to get that ball out of play and prevent any offensive attack from Liboka, but the corner ensues.
They'll look to go quick, whips it in just behind the field goal post. They'll go out for a goal kick. We did another game last summer, Jack, too, between Noah and I. We counted every time that the ball went through the uprights and how many points that each team would have in American football.
All right, well, I'll keep track of that in my head, too. I like that. That's good.
Just offering some fun
right.
analysis.
Exactly. No complaints there, my friend.
Tyers playing it back and forth with Mason Winkle, another returning player for the Robins. Plays it back to Papadudis. Looks like we got a little bit of a stoppage. Flat ball, it seems.
Official's going to take a look at this one, switch it out. You always want to have tip-top shape in terms of your equipment. And the ball, of course, is the most important piece of that. And so to have that be in the premium quality is of the utmost importance on the playing field for sure.
And we got another one coming in. Switched out one, didn't like the other. We're going to switch it out a second time.
Well, here we go. Third time's the charm. The third ball that's been used. Maybe that'll bode well here for the Robins.
And the ref says play on, and Papadudis gets us started again. Mason Winkle trying to play it up. Liboka offering great defensive pressure. Not a high press, Jack. Coach Sorg talked about it last summer, and we'll be able to get to speak to him with him this coming summer. He loves playing a press when they're out of possession. And they're going to try and remain a high line to put pressure on the opposing team. Isco on the throw for Liboka. Intercepted. Jack Heald playing it back. Robins just keeping possession early, trying to bide their time.
And like I said, that's super important here as we've got an advancement of the ball past midfield, and the Robins look to attack offensively.
Unable to get anything going there, De Leon for Liboka will play it out from the back.
And for Liboka, you have nothing to lose here. It's a friendly. It doesn't count in the league standings. It's the opener, home opener for the Robins here. So trying to play spoiler is definitely at the forefront of their minds, and we'll see how well they can execute that. But like I said, it's important for the Robins here to keep possession of the ball and don't lose track. And don't overlook this Liboka squad as well, because they do have some solid talent and have returned some solid talent from a season ago. And so it's important right here for Lansing Common to stay composed as they advance the ball far.
Extreme Hauk trying the off-ball run, unable to be found there by Mason Winkle, go right into the arms of Liboka. Looking to progress, it goes off of a foot of Liboka. That press coming into play early, be a throw-in for the Robins.
There it is. That's a good call out, Josh. Absolutely. No doubt about that. And yeah, there it is. Defense turning into offense right here for the Robins, and that bodes well if you're trying to win the ball game early.
That partnership of Winkle and Tyers has been in effect already. Playing combination between the both of them. Carter Hagan going to try and get to that one. Just rolls out. It'll be another throw-in for Liboka. Take a look over there. We've got traffic cones for corner flags today with that win. Don't want to take a chance having corner flags whipping all around Lansing Eastern Stadium.
Yeah, before the game they tried to set him up, but it was just a lost cause. Unfortunately, the flags were flying all over the place. So the traffic cone's a little bit more of a solid base and a solid marker that won't tip over every 5 seconds due to the wind.
Opportunities coming in those off-ball runs by Extreme Hauk, just not able to find enough product on it to get a chance to capitalize. Although here we go. Jason Janoski trying to intercept that one. Instead, Liboka recovers. Going to play it out wide to this near side. Number 11, little 1-2 play, gets intercepted by the Robins to get calls back for a foul on Christian Trunk.
And that's Isco down for Liboka, grabbing that right shin. Teammate comes over and tries to help him out. Have to wonder if it's a cramp or he took a cleat to the shin. We'll see. The teammate Matoki helping him out. He's able to get up and walk off on his own footing and actually stay on the playing field. So we'll resume. Hopefully he stays okay as we play on here at Eastern Stadium. well, 6 minutes through the contest so far in a 0-0 game.
It may be a friendly, but these have known to get a little chippy throughout,
Right.
especially last year, Jack. There was a lot of chippiness. Jack Heald trying to play Janowski, got him in on that left-hand side. Can he cross it in? He can. Kicked away by a Liboka FC player, almost to the house down the street down there. It'll be a corner for the Robins.
Yeah, that's a nice effort right there from Chino of Liboka. Right place, right time defensively. Knocks it out of play, but a corner will ensue for Common. Let's see how they take advantage of this right here early. It'll be their first corner kick of the game.
I believe it's Joey Farhat ready to take the corner over there. He will whip it in front post. Jack Heald unable to get on it, and Liboka able to clear. Colin McKay trying to play in a Robin, but intercepted by a Murray. Jack Heald able to get in front of him. Christian Trunk has options, opts to Janowski. Tries to whip it in, blocked by a Liboka player. Trunk, he'll try and whip it in, gets it into Extreme Hauk, goes off the foot. Goal kick, Liboka.
So far early here through this first 7.5 minutes, Common's kept possession of the ball. 5 of the 7 minutes have really been in their zone. Liboka really hasn't had many opportunities on the right side of the field and hasn't had to make Papadudis really work for anything other than that first chance that they had right off the bat. But since then, stagnant offense from Liboka FC. We'll see if that can change or if the Robins can strike here and take advantage of the early momentum that they've built so far.
And this has been this was a problem last summer, especially with the wind. You tried that long ball technique. The wind knocks it down right away. Liboka trying that long ball technique, gets knocked down right into the favor of the Robins. Although a turnover from Joey Farha allows Liboka to go on the counterattack. Can they capitalize on the numbers?
And here's Zedro. There he goes, the guy we had our eye on to start the game. Luckily for us, though, Common gets in the way of it.
Liboka able to retain possession after Mason Winkle, and Zedro did a little battle over there on that left corner. Quick throw in. Zedro showing the power, goes down, and we got a free kick on the edge of the box.
Here's the first chance or so for Liboka right there, and Zedro forcing the free kick on the left-hand side. So showing that composure as the captain of this team.
Looks like Josh Angel Craven got a little bit of too much of a push in there. Liboka FC player standing over it. Go for goal or try and get someone open. Whips it in, beautiful save from Papadudis. Pushes it over the bar, it'll be another corner coming.
Yeah, Papadudis, the Indiana Wesleyan player from a season ago, transferred from Cleary after 2 seasons with the Cougars, Howell, Michigan University is where Cleary is located, in Howell, Michigan.
As the Robins are looking to clear, they are for the time being, as Liboka puts it in straight into the arms of Papadudis. I believe Howell, Michigan has something to your name, Jack. Am I correct?
No, that's where I went to high school. Yeah, no, I'm a Howell Highlander at heart, so yeah, go Highlanders. Yeah, Papadudis, a Cleary transfer, of course, now plays for Wesleyan.
Beautiful attempt there from Jack Heald. Jason Janowski's got an open goal if he wants it, but Liboka is able to recover. A wide open chance for the Robins, unable to punctuate it.
And I don't necessarily blame that on the Robins as much as I say great defensive adjustments by Liboka FC to get themselves in positioning, recognizing that their goalkeeper was out of play and being able to position themselves in the right spot.
De Leon came charging out as it was essentially him against a Robin. Goes out of play, it'll be a Robin throw-in.
You see it so often in this sport. You know, when I was calling Michigan State games early on in the fall of last year, just the slow starts back and forth, and then the action starts to ensue. Sometimes all it takes is one big momentum swinging moment to really kickstart the game and make it flow. Right now, first game could be jitters on both sides and pretty stagnant through the first 11 minutes or so.
Extreme Hawk got that ball over there on that right corner. Plays it back to Angel Craven. You can hear the wind in our headsets. That's how windy it is today, folks. Up here in the mid-Michigan area as Liboka looks to counter. Hard shoulder barge as the ref tells the Liboka player to get on up. Jack Hield trying the diagonal ball. Ken. Instead, Christian Trunk says, let's hold on up. De Leon. Miscues it. Janoski plays over to Hield, trying to play him far hot, cannot. Archie Tires headers this one away, but Liboka's got a chance if they want to take it. Number 11 tries to play it in, but Jack Hield's there, kicks it out. Corner coming up for Liboka.
Yeah, that was a Murray up the right-hand side. Just couldn't get the angle he wanted, and Jack Hield in there defensively, right positioning. Corner will ensue for Liboka, be their third of the contest.
Isco looks like he will stand over it and take it. Last time they went for a corner, they opted to go short. No one's coming short for this one, so it looks like Isco's going to whip this one into the box.
And we'll see what occurs here. Last time the wind affected it. Let's see what it goes.
Off of a Robbins player's head, it'll roll far out for a throw. Both teams trying to maintain possession. Liboka's first opportunity really to gain some possession and try and counter through it. And they can. Plays it up to number 11. Looking to put it across just too much. Can he get enough on it? It goes straight into the hands of Papadudis with a diving save.
Papadudis there. Nice positioning to caress the ball and play it up here for Common. It got a little dangerous there from Liboka FC. We'll see if that momentum continues for them. A couple of corners and then a nice inside chance in a row. The beginning of this game was primarily in the zone for the Robins, and now it's shifted over to Liboka. We'll see if Lansing Common can switch that back.
This one still hugging that line, stays in. Both teams assumed that was going to go out for a throw, instead does not.
It's like when you watch a foul ball down the third base line just trickle, 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 and then stay fair.
Somebody getting down on their knees trying to blow it foul.
Right, exactly.
Seemed as if time has gone on. Liboka has been able to calm themselves down and really get themselves in this game, although a dangerous pass there across the front line with Extreme Hauk offering that pressure. Instead able to reset.
There's nice defensive pressure there from Hauk and Carter Hagan. And now it forces a throw-in for Common in the zone.
Angel Craven able to apply that pressure. Extreme Hauk just not able to get a foot on it. Liboka gonna have to hold on up. Did not have the numbers in their favor. Gives it over to Colin McKay. Gives it right back to Liboka. Has a chance on that left-hand side. 3-on-3 coming. Instead gets waved down for offside.
Just too far ahead right there for Liboka. I don't know if you heard there from the crowd, Mike, but the groan from the Liboka FC bench. Not happy with the call. Nonetheless, we play on as the 3-on-3 is shut down from the offside call.
Looks like Jack Hield's dropped back a little bit, looking to play a diagonal ball up on that right-hand side. Just too much, goes out for a throw.
Again, we're seeing this back and forth here through the first 15 minutes or so. A nice couple chances for Lansing Common, then two corners and an inside chance for Liboka FC on the other end. Now we'll see which team can actually strike first and utilize that momentum. I hope the Robins can get on the board and get these fans fired up here in Lansing.
And Liboka just holding on to it. Biding their time. Gonna have to play it on the ground when you're coming from left to right, especially with the wind being in your face. It's gonna have to be on the floor the entire time.
Yeah, and we saw it in that when they tried the kick earlier, that just got absolutely shut down by the wind in the air. So you mentioned that to play it on the ground, that's exactly what they're going to have to do.
You saw it there, Jack Heald a little bit ago. Try playing that long ball. That'll be in the favor for the Robins this time around. Jason Janoski plays a little bit of a beautiful through ball into Christian Trunk. Plays it over to Extreme Hauk. Gets out-muscled, but a foul called in the build-up. Janoski looking to go quick with it. Ref calls it off. As Liboka will get a wall set for this coming free kick. Now, Jack, I'm not sure how much of the highlights you watched from last year, but we had a couple worldies scored last year where we had some out-of-the-box shots. So, opportunity here for Janoski to take a shot, or if he's going to opt to play in a beautiful cross there.
Yeah, we'll see what he does, especially taking into consideration the wind, but we got a chance right here inside.
Extreme Hauk on the ball. He's going to play it back. Jack Heald whips it in, has Christian Trunk if he wants to. What a reaction save, still loose. Goodness gracious, and almost disaster there for Liboka. A near own goal, but De Leon showing the reflexes to keep that one out.
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic athleticism showcased right there from De Leon. Oh my. It was like a double save. Hear about the double doink, but what about a double save? Not only that, but off of a own goal potential shot from your own teammate.
Goodness
that was
gracious.
Fantastic stuff.
Looked like he did enough to force it out, but he had to come back to make that second effort. Trunk on the ball. Playing to Hauk. Hauk. Playing that fine line, goes out for a throw.
Yeah, but that all started from the Lansing Common pressure. I mean, if it wasn't for the events prior to that ball being thrown towards the goal, it wouldn't have even been a thing, but now Lansing Common striking offensively.
Colin McKay has an opportunity, sneaks by, puts a shot into the box. No one there able to capitalize on it. Shot, cross, unsure what he wanted there. No one there to get on the receiving end. It'll be a goal kick for Liboka.
And you saw a couple of the Lansing Common players put their hands in their head, wondering if they thought one of their teammates was going to cut through. Unfortunately for them, nobody did, and Liboka takes over.
Trying that long ball technique. This time, no wind knocking it down. Carter Hagen, excuse me, trying to save it, goes out for another throw. As Liboka has numbers in favor, can they get on the end of it? Instead, going to be flagged down for offside. As Common regained possession. And now we'll get a whistle for the offside.
Fans starting to file in here on the home bleachers. It's good to see this nice crowd for the home opener here at Lansing Eastern High School.
Liboka. Beautiful little move there from number 66. Has options in the box. Looks for a cross. Cleared away by the Robins. Have numbers in favor if they want to go counter.
There's a nice deke right there from Zabayo, number 66 for Liboka. Fortunately, didn't pay off for him, and now Common has a chance to respond the other way, like you mentioned.
Colin McKay switches the play over to Angel Craven. Just goes off the hip. A potential chance wasted there. Angel Craven makes up for his mistake. Now has more numbers if he opts for it. Plays the ball into the box to Hauk. Still loose, and they'll just be booted away by Liboka.
And that's Chino down for Liboka. Now they still have a chance on the other end as Chino's still down on the ground.
Amuri playing the ball into the box. Looks like Mason Winkle able to come over and help on out. Still got a Liboka player down. The referee will go 10 to that.
De Leon steps out of the goal and checks on his teammate in Chino. Appears it could be just a cramp as he's stretching out the left leg, but we will see as the players walk towards their downed player.
Trainer Trying to see if she needs to come on, and she will. Looks like this actually could be potentially serious enough one where a trainer needs to come take a look. Both teams are going to regroup and talk strategy as they check on Chino.
I was just going to say, you never want to wish an injury. You never want an injury to happen in any sport, but it does. I guess if you want to pick out a silver lining and give each team an opportunity to talk things over here, with 21 minutes and counting left here in this first half of action. Still 0-0, no score yet for either team. Interesting to see the team that scores first, if they can keep that momentum. And Commons looked good so far, Josh. I mean, they've had their chances, and one of their chances was honestly had nothing to do with themselves. It was a potential own goal and a double save by De Leon in the net. And then on the other end, they've had a couple 2-on-1s that they've been able to play defensively nicely. Jack Heald getting in there a couple times, a couple slide tackles, knocking the ball out of play. It's been nice to see for the Robins. Now they just got to capitalize on the offensive momentum that they've been able to create.
Coach Sorg, at least last summer, as Chino is able to get up, favoring that left leg, but he's able to somewhat walk off, a little bit of assistance to get off the field. So that's amazing to see that he's able to walk off on his own power. But Jack, Coach Sorg talked about it last summer, and sure it'll retain to this summer, but models a lot of his style of play based off the teams that are having the most success over in Europe when it comes to European soccer and how he wants to play this team this season.
Yeah, and that's the model you want to follow. Overseas soccer is the cream of the crop in terms of the sport. You look at the Premier League, you look at other leagues around the continent, across the Atlantic Ocean. So many models, like you mentioned, that you can base your game off of. You see with the youth programs in the state too, and all the different farm teams and farm situations for European teams that are here locally, not just in the country, but also in the state of Michigan too. So lots of different relations from the overseas teams and to here, and it's great to see everybody come together and sort of work on one uniform system. And also, with the World Cup coming to the United States, Canada, and Mexico this year, the game of soccer is destined to grow here in North America in a spot where, especially in the United States, it is growing, but it isn't to the point where many of the other sports are here in the country, like football and basketball. But it's nice to see the game grow, nice to see the game elevate. And as the game elevates, the players improve skill-wise as well.
Liboka opting to play with 10 now as play is resumed. Unsure if number 39, Chino, will be able to go. He's getting some medical attention right now by the athletic trainer. But currently numbers in favor of the Robins if they choose to take care of it.
Again, never want to wish an injury, but now Lansing Common has to take advantage of the man advantage on the playing surface right now for the Robins. 11 on 10 gives you a massive advantage. It's like a power play in hockey, only in soccer, but a different, completely different.
A circumstance we wish would not happen
right,
in this scenario. But one nonetheless, Liboka opting to go with 10. Still showing some patience on that ball playing out from the back there. On that far side, Robin showing some pressure. Beautiful little technical work there from the Liboka FC player. Gets absolutely clattered by Jack Heald. No whistle. Extreme Hawk is in. De Leon able to come in and collect. I am surprised.
Yeah, me too.
There was no whistle there from Jack Heald. He came in with a swinging boot.
And the shins of Liboka, they've got to watch out, man. 3 consecutive shins have been attacked, 2 on the right and now 1 on the left. The one on the left being the middle one, but now this one on the right as well. And man, oh man, 25 minutes to go. 3 players suffering minor leg injuries, I would say. 39 Chino still on the bench, but is putting back on his cleats, so that's a good sign if you're Liboka. But getting helped up is their captain for Liboka in Zedro, so that is good to see as well.
Looks like we got a drop ball to restart. Again, bit surprised. Jack Heald, nothing on that one, but play resumes. De Leon playing it back over to his left center back.
It was almost like a mild-mannered version of the Antonio Brown kick on the Browns punter.
Yes.
In that exact highlight clip that you can see on YouTube all the time.
Yes, completely agree. Matoki on the ball. Gives it over to the Robins. Carter Hagan gets tripped down. It'll be a free kick for the Robins. Beautiful name game here today between these squads, between
no doubt.
Liboka and the Robins. We got Archie Tyers, Josh Angel Craven, Vyas Papadudis, Extreme Hauk, and not to mention the entire Liboka FC roster.
Fantastic names from Liboka FC. And again, it's cool to see this club in action here against the Robins. Only 2 years old, still Lansing local. Lansing Everett High School is where they call home.
Try to play it in there from Prezi. No one able to be on the receiving end. Robins will take shape again. Trunk gonna opt back. Jack Heald in the middle of the park can survey what he wants. He's gonna look for Christian Trunk on that left side. Able to clear a little away. Jason Janoski coming in. It looks like we got a substitution. Number 39, Chino, coming back into this one. And number 5, Elijah View, coming into the contest for, I believe, Christian Trunk.
Your first substitution here for Common, and again, re-entering the game for Liboka. Number 39, Chino, is back in the game for them as well. So no new substitutions for Liboka. Of course, as you mentioned, Elijah View, DeWitt native, Kalamazoo College player, into the game for the first time for the Robins, and the first sub of the season, might I add, for Lansing Common.
Angel Craven turned the ball over. Liboka able to go on the counter if they want. Muri having to come back to play that View. Gets it out of play. Going for a quick throw. Joey Farhat, a little miscommunication there with Archie Tyers. View playing it right back to number 66. Ball pinging around at Lansing Eastern Stadium so far today.
So far, like I said earlier, a couple of chances on either end for both squads, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard through almost 30 minutes of action. 15 and change remaining in this first half. So excited to see what team can take advantage of the momentum. So now it's back to full strength on the Liboka FC side. Common unable to take advantage of the 11v10.
Archie Tyers not able to get enough mustard on that pass. It's been a turnover fest as Jason Janoski's in if he can get past De Leon, but is able to boot it up ahead.
Man, that's a nice boot by De Leon to fight the wind and get it all the way down to the other end of the field. Saw it happen earlier for Lansing Common that kind of got stopped by the wind. That's some power behind it from the goalkeeper of Liboka.
Archie Tyers turns it over. Prezi plays it into the box. A shot on net, just wide. The first real chance for Liboka of this game, just inches away of the left post.
Yeah, and that was mispositioning right there from Papadudis, and a chance that you can't afford to miss out on if you're Liboka, just wide of the left post. No dice, and the score stays scoreless here at Eastern Stadium. But man, oh man, like you mentioned, Josh, first real chance, no doubt, for Liboka on the right end of the field.
Looks like Liboka is opting for while out of possession, kind of a man-to-man idea. Looks like there's 3 at the back. Now they'll drop to 4 at the back, playing like a 4-4-1-1.
Score 0-0.
As no scoreboard today, so again, some technical issues taking place in the first game. So PA announcer having to come back over and tell us how much time is actually left because we had that injury to Chino back about 10 minutes ago of game time.
Working out the kinks, man. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
working it all out.
We'll be raring to go when it comes to mid-July, and we only count down the days how many games we have left. Angel Craven on the throw and plays it into Extreme Hauk. Liboka able to get in there. Instead, we have a free kick coming up for the Robins.
We'll see how they attack this one. Last time they opted for the shot on goal.
Had a similar angle for this one for Liboka on the other end. Forced a great save out of Papadudis to push it over the bar. Got 4 Liboka players kind of huddling around that ball.
Now they'll backtrack and take their spot. We'll see how they line up defensively as well for Liboka. See how Common wants to attack this free kick from the right-hand side.
Joey Farhat standing over this one for the Robins. Crosses in near post, and Liboka is able to get their bodies in front of it. Now they got a chance to go counter. Beautiful move. Another amazing move. 3-on-1 coming. Plays it into Amuri. Amuri tries to play it up ahead. Just too much. Papadudis able to get there in time. A clangle of bodies. Papadudis and Zidro down.
Yeah, wow, Zidro, a couple of nice moves back-to-back. Forced the 3-on-1 for Liboka, and then unfortunately collided with Papadudis as he reached out and made the save. Now the captain for Liboka on the ground still. Papadudis able to get back up, but fantastic stuff and showcasing why Zidro is the captain of this team. And that was some stellar moves back-to-back, like I mentioned. Now just being stretched out. And hopefully he's okay, and it looks like he will be. And again, another chance, but nice positioning from Papadudis to step outside of the net and make a great save, a diving save to prevent the offensive attack. But so far in the last 5 minutes, it's been Liboka with the momentum, no doubt.
Completely. If Liboka had scored on that play, don't believe it would have counted. The near side official had his flag up waving for offside, and I think Zidro just drifted offside from the pass over from Amuri. But excellent stuff so far from Liboka in the first 33 minutes of this contest.
Yeah, and that was all Zidro on that play. I mean, he's lucky Amuri was there for him. Like you mentioned, he would have been offside nonetheless, but great play to really build momentum and get himself into that side of the field. We'll see how Common can respond, as here's another chance up ahead for Liboka.
Prezi, Matoki trying to play it in. Jack Heald able to get back to prevent a counter. View just playing out of the field, and all momentum has switched to Liboka. Continuing to play forward. Trying to find off-ball runs. Finally, the Robins get a chance to settle down. View playing it in to Extreme Hauk, loses possession. Number 66 on it.
It's a bio there for Liboka.
Amuri plays it back to the half circle, cleared out by a Robin. Once again, Liboka, waves on waves of attack coming.
We've got 10 minutes or so until the end of the half, and so far, the latter portion of this first stanza has been all Liboka. Hopefully Common can regain some composure and get the ball back into their possession onto their side of the field.
Had an excellent chance there, but Extreme Hauk just kicked it off the field. Isco gonna play it back. Trying to play it up the line as Elijah Few is tackled down there by Zabio. Few gonna play it back to Papadudis, and finally a chance for the Robins to really reset and try and play their brand of soccer. Or football for our European friends. If any Europeans are choosing to watch this game, as Colin McKay on this near side. Doesn't have numbers, he's gonna look to attack. Plays it into the box, over to Carter Hagen. Just not enough on the shot, and Liboka's able to recover. Wire-to-wire stuff on both ends.
Catching break after break is Liboka. I'll tell you what, the almost owned goal, the double save, and now that just short. This has been some luck in favor of the visitors in yellow.
Jack Heald plays it over to Joey Farhat. View. Tries to play it inside to Jason Janoski. Unable to, but it'll be a throw.
They've got to be happy with where they stand right now. I mean, it was totally evident at the beginning of the game that Common was most definitely the favorite on paper, but Liboka coming in here and showcasing their athleticism and talent, saying not so fast, making Common work for every moment as here comes the captain on the left-hand side.
Zedro coming on in, plays it in ahead. Beautiful sliding tackle there from Archie Tires. Zedro able to get over there. Plays it back into Zabayo. Plays it up ahead on that far side. Has a 4-on-3. Plays that diagonal ball, trying to find Isco. Gets knocked down. Extreme Hawk is just going to play it up ahead to get rid of the danger. Jack Heald has Jason Janoski onside. Janoski, if he can get there. De Leon showing the sweeper keeper abilities into the parking lot. Whoever's car that is, double trouble, triple trouble over there with the clearance from De Leon. Thankfully, neither of our cars just got hit.
Yeah, smart of us to park up there on the higher level of the parking lot.
Didn't know De Leon had that kicking ability in him.
Right.
Put it in across, blocked away. Angel Craven, still on it. Trying to play it into Janoski, can't. Zedro looking to show off some speed, he can. Maintains possession, lost possession of it, and it looked like he just straight up tried to take down Mason Winkle.
But he just flies on the left-hand side of the field. Absolutely flies, does Zedro. And that speed can really do a lot for him, as you saw it on the chance. But we've got Zedro still down and a Robin down as well. So it's been a real choppy half here. A couple of chances on either end, and the wide open chance that was missed just to the left from Liboka. But so far, a very choppy game. Fair amount of stoppages through 38 minutes here in Lansing.
Looks like both teams are just essentially cramping, even though it's not too warm today. That wind definitely doesn't make it feel warm, even though the temperature says otherwise. As Archie Tires now on the ball as he was cramping up. Playing it up ahead, Jack Heald. Beautiful little move there into Carter Hagan if he can find Janoski. Janoski tries to cut it back, gets brought down, and they'll say it's a corner.
That surprises me. I thought it was off Janowski, but nonetheless, Lansing Common with a chance here at the 38-41 mark to try to make some noise and attack on this corner.
Robbins whipping it in. Cleared away by Liboka. Prezi. Zedro gets brought down heavily by Josh Angel Craven. And the first card of the game is distributed to number 15 of the Robins.
He is everywhere.
Number 4, as you mentioned, has been absolutely dynamite today.
Yeah, Zedro is left and right, up and down the field. He's down again. We'll have to see, but he is laying it all on the line right now for Liboka. There's another stoppage in play, and it's Zedro again, the third time in this first half that he's gone down. As it looks like we may have a potential sub for Liboka, and that'll be number 31, Leonce. As they send him now to the table to potentially replace Zedro. Liboka's brought a fair amount of fans to cheer on their club as well. Of course, this is a Lansing Common game.
And it looks like they are going to need to bring over athletic trainers for Zedro.
Score 0-0.
I believe we got the 40-minute announcement from our PA. It looks like the captain, Spencer Powell, is also getting ready, as you see on the bottom of your screen, to come on in, as they're going to tend to Zedro on the far side. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like they're waving over more people, potentially come help him.
It's for Spencer Powell here late in this first half. Substitution last season for Detroit Mercy. Played in 18 games, started 5 of them, as I mentioned, was a captain on the defensive side of things for the Titans. Has 1 assist in his Detroit Mercy career. That came in his junior campaign 2 years ago. Now Liboka with a chance on the right-hand side.
Amiri plays it into Prezi, gets blocked off by Mason Winkle. And the Robins had a chance to counter, but the ref will bring it back for the foul in the buildup.
You see Zedro on that far side. He can, it's out of frame right now, but once it gets in frame, still readjusting and stretching. He is really taking a couple of hard hits here, but for good reason, as he's put it all on the line, showcasing that athleticism, the captain for Liboka.
Robbins trying to create something, goes off with the foot of Carter Hagan. It'll be Liboka FC throw as Zedro is able to come back into play, but we got a couple substitutions coming with Leon and Spencer Powell.
Yellow card
coming on in. Looks like Archie Tires will make way for Spencer Powell. And Jack, I don't know if you know this, but Spencer Powell, and I'm not 100% sure if it's true this summer. He was part of our intern group last summer.
Is that right?
Yes, in the off days, he was part of the marketing team.
Right on.
Of the crew. I'm not sure if it's the same this time round, but Spencer Powell bringing that veteran leadership in that back line for this group.
Yeah, like I said, great player. I got the chance to watch him a couple games, once at Detroit Mercy and then, of course, at Michigan State, and he brings that leadership like you mentioned. But here comes the captain on the other side for Liboka, but it's going to be offside. No questions there, and Common will take back over.
Zedro has shown the speed and the ability on that left-hand side, just drifts a little too far ahead of his defender.
Yeah, that's the second time it's happened this game, in this first half, I should say.
Papadudis going to play it over to Spencer Powell, gets his first touches of the game. He has Elijah View if he wants him, opts short to Colin McKay.
View and Powell, the 2 substitutions into the game for Common in this first half. As we approach the halfway marker.
Winkle plays it over to Angel Craven. Plays it inside to Janowski. Still remains possession. Plays it over to Colin McKay now. Plays a little diagonal ball. Kicked away by Liboka. Jason Janowski takes a shot. De Leon able to scoop it up with ease.
And De Leon, no hardship there. One of the easier saves he's been able to make, and he probably breathed a sigh of relief as the majority of his chances he's had to face have been wacky and wild. That one, fairly easy routine save from De Leon in the net.
Isco with the throw in. Amuri trying to get underneath it. Spencer Powell just does enough, comes down, no whistle from the ref. Prezi trying to play in Amuri. Beautiful little footwork there from Josh Angel Craven. Plays it over to Extreme Hawk, gets brought down. And the game's second yellow card is distributed, this time to a Liboka FC player.
And that's going to be for Liboka, I believe number 3, Shimanyaka. On the foul there, he put his hand in the air. I think he realized and he knew he did it.
Is it Shimanyaka or Fadhili?
I thought it was number 3.
Not sure if it was 3 or 5. Regardless, first yellow card for Liboka is distributed. And this time Zabayo, what I thought was a good shoulder-to-shoulder with Mason Winkle, gets brought back as well.
Yeah, Liboka not happy with the officiating right now, but Common's got to take advantage of it. And this one will just roll right down to De Leon.
Opportunities galore after what seemed like a dominant 10-minute stretch for Liboka. Goes back in favor of the Robins.
45 minutes, score 0-0. The fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of added time.
So that 5 will get added on. We'll go about the 50 marker on our score bug. Zabayo playing it back to De Leon.
Now, lots of extra time here in this first half, and you figured that with all the stoppages left and right for the injuries for both Liboka and Lansing Common, See if the Robins can take advantage of it right here.
Jason Janoski has a chance. Curls in a shot. It goes in. Jason Janoski gets the first goal of the season for the Robins.
And there we go, capitalizing on the extra time, making a nice deke right there for Jason Janoski. And he just slots it right high in the goal above De Leon's head and puts Lansing Common up 1. And that's a huge, crucial momentum-building goal for the Robins as we approach halftime. 1-0 the score, favoring the home team. And the fans that have showed out here for the home opener of Lansing Common 2026 have been treated to the first goal of the campaign this summer.
Coming from the social media star himself, Jason Janoski. Last time I checked last summer, he had over 20,000 followers on TikTok. I'm sure that has grown since the last time I've taken a peek. Liboka looking to get things restarted. Prezi kicks it off to Zabayo. Sala trying to play it up ahead, gets knocked down heavily by the wind. Elijah View just gonna play it back to Powell.
Now that Common scored that first goal, they can kind of just settle down and play keep away here if no opportunities present themselves. You don't want to give Liboka a little sense of hope down the stretch here in this first half. We've got about 2.5 minutes until the time will be called.
Little tangle up there between Carter Hagan and Fadhili. Zidra on that left side, been dangerous all afternoon. Not waved down for offside. He's going to go at his man. Beautiful little move. Zidra plays it back into the box. Cleared away by Spencer Powell.
Janowski's got 106,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, my goodness.
So that has grown significantly.
Since the 20, the last time I checked. Carter Hagan playing it back. Looking up to Janowski. Instead, Liboka will try and capitalize with what little time is left in this first half. Looking for the long ball up ahead to Prezi. Spencer Powell able to header it down. Goes off the hand of Prezi. Little miscommunication there. Joey Farhad on the ball now, playing it over to Heald. Plays it over to Angel Craven. Stream Hawk on it. Gets dispossessed by Zabayo. Foul called.
A minute and a half here until we conclude this first half of play. Lots of halftime festivities will ensue. Excited for that to take place in the playing surface, but Common trying for one last gasp effort before time has been called.
Looks like the Robins are content with just keeping possession and buying their time. Powell plays it up to Colin McKay. Jack Heald plays it into Hauk. McKay. Showing off a little tedious footwork. Powell plays it over to View. View playing it into the box. Unable to find Jason Janowski, and De Leon will get play resumed.
40 seconds or so until this half will conclude. Liboka probably has one more trek down the field to see if they can make some magic before the final horn of the half.
And Mason Winkle showing off the wheels to beat out Zabayo. Instead, we got an offside on Liboka, with the waning seconds ticking away. And what has been a back and forth first half, to say the least.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And back and forth with no score for a while. We saw on the one end for Liboka a couple of chances early, and then for Lansing Common, as that ball will roll out of play. Lansing Common on the other end with an almost own goal from Liboka to cause Common to score. And then now as the final whistle is sounded. But yes, you're right, back and forth, and luckily for Common, they got the goal right as extra time began. And they now lead 1-0 here at Eastern Stadium.
Jason Janoski getting the first goal of the 2026 campaign for the Robins on top, 1-0. Jack and I will step aside for a little bit as halftime goes on and halftime contests begin. We'll have more second half action coming up after a quick little break. Welcome back. Second half action, just moments away from Lansing Eastern Stadium. I'm Josh Lee, joined by partner Jack Vowinkle. And Jack, we were treated to a back and forth action in that first half. And somehow the Robins ended up on top after the first 45.
Yeah, no doubt. And honestly, we could say after the first 46 and a half, the extra time was what the Robins needed to get on the scoreboard first. But it was really nice to see that because the momentum had shifted back and forth. First, it was Lansing Common keeping it on their side of the field. Then it was Liboka with a couple of chances on their side. And then towards the end, the momentum shifted back in favor of the home team, and the Commons were able to slot one home. And that was great to see as they're up 1-0 here at Eastern Stadium and got the fans going towards the waning moments of the first half.
We got a number of substitutions for the Robins. About to kick it off for LCFC. It's Sekou Doumbouya, not to be mistaken with the former Detroit Pistons draft pick. The native of Jackson plays at Jackson College. Moments away from getting us underway.
And the goal scored in the first half by Jason Janowski. Great to see him get on the board first and kick off the scoring for the Robins here in 2026.
Ref goes down, and he looks properly hurt. And we have a collision between the ref and a Liboka player. Hopefully the referee is okay. It's been the name of the game today, though. It's been collisions, players, now referees down.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And the official still, man.
He looked like, I'm not sure if it was he got the wind knocked out of him or what it was, but he went down and was writhing in agony. Some of the other substitutions for the Robins that have come in. He's not on the team sheet, but I recognize the look. He's just off to the left of your screen. He's got the ball now. Damien Adai, one of the star players last summer, back for another round with the Robins. Should be a fun player to watch, Jack. He was immaculate. He was a high schooler last time out. I believe he's going to Lawrence Tech to go play his college soccer. He was a bright addition very late on into the season last year, and he was a steady stalwart at the back with Spencer Powell after the injury to former Michigan State center back Miles Foster. Suffered a hernia injury last summer.
Second half gives the teams a chance to make some substitutions and get those players, like you mentioned, into the game as the official has gotten up to his feet, and that's a good sign there as the collision between him and a member of the visiting team, Liboka FC, collided just seconds into the second half. Luckily, both individuals are back up on their feet. Now both players jumping around and trying to stay warm.
As we're nearing close to 5:30, and we've talked about in the first half, not a particularly warm day today. It's not awful. We've had worse weather lately.
True, true.
It's just very windy here as the wind looks like it's shifted towards the east.
Just odd.
Instead of seeing the flags fly from north to south, they're looking like it's kind of flying northeast.
I'll tell you what, though. I think Fox 47 had an opening for meteorologists, and by golly, man, that was great analysis of the flag. You might as well go over there and see if they've got an internship for being a meteorologist while you're at it.
My love is for sports first, then meteorology on the side.
Oh, okay, okay. It's a side gig. I like
side
it.
gig. We've got Lansing Common FC soccer comes first for now, then meteorology getting folks knowing what's taking place as they're still looking at the referee, still working out whatever collision took place on that far side. Referee looking at his
Halftime
watch.
Substitutions for Lansing Common in number 17, Seko Demboya.
Looks like he is walking it
Number
out
11,
and
Nettie Omar.
saying that he's ready to go.
Number 3, Carrick Christensen.
As he's walking it out in other news, if you're tuning in with us, there's another important game going on right now in the world of Michigan sports. Detroit Pistons taking on the Orlando Magic, currently up 78-60.
Oh, that's big time because they were only up, what, 11 earlier? So they must have gone on a 7-0 run.
Now 80-60 as we are speaking.
Oh, there we go. 20-point game, 3-1 comeback in the series.
History
Fantastic
repeating
stuff.
itself.
2006 was the last time it happened, right? 2004.
2003, I think.
2003? Okay.
They're
Well,
talking about it, the exact same scenario where the Orlando Magic took game 1, Pistons took game 2, then the Magic take the next 2, and the Pistons, if the result holds, would have taken the next 3 games as the referee. Looks like he's walking it out and he'll get us ready to get us the restart after a long, about 5-minute delay. Players exchanging pleasantries, just keeping themselves warm as the referee tries to get himself ready to go.
we saw 5 minutes of added extra time in the first half. We're bound to see that and more here in this second half. After an already 5-minute delay, as you mentioned, Josh. And cold day combined with choppy play, that causes some cold play between the players, and we'll see what ensues after all the choppiness has unfolded here at Eastern Stadium.
Damien Adai kicks it out. Goal kick coming up for Liboka. Plays it over to Sala, playing it back over on that far side. They have the win in their favor now, so any long ball attempt will go for Liboka. Prezi as Spencer Powell playing cleanup duty with the new goalie in net, Johnny Schwartz. Another player back for his second season with the Robins.
Yeah, the DeWitt native is all district in 2021, senior year of high school. For Johnny Schwartz, played club at Michigan State. It's nice to see both keepers getting action here in this first game for Common.
Getting their legs underneath them. Speaking of legs, Damien Adai and Spencer Powell got legs for days, got the height back there to win any aerial duel that comes their way. Powell plays it to Demboya. Demboya trying to play it into Carrick Christensen as Fadhili will play it back to De Leon. Trying to play the long ball. Damien Adai able to step in front of it. Isco there on that far side. Plays it back into Amuri. Amuri, beautiful little spin move there. Amuri's got time, he's got space, plays it into Prezi. Zaboya! Just wide of the right post.
Yeah, slicing and dicing right there from Liboka. Got a couple of substitutions getting ready to come in for the visitors as well, but taking advantage of the holes in the defense there. Nice vision from the visitors, and lucky that shot went wide for Common. Johnny Schwartz was a little bit out of position. No harm, no foul, and the score stays 1-0 favoring the home team.
Tanas coming in for Liboka. Looks like we got a number 99 coming in for Liboka. Not on our sheet, replaces Prezi.
And not listed on the roster, so could just kind of, maybe we could call him Aaron Donald or something.
Yes,
Sure.
Aaron Donald. He's got a little bit of a size. He's got the size
Yeah,
of
he
Aaron
does.
Donald.
Yeah, and the same number too.
Stockier,
Right.
looks about 6 foot from our vantage point. Jack Heald on the ball. Tries a beautiful little move there. Gets brought down by Tanas.
Substitutions for Liboka FC. Going in number 8, Tana. And number 99,
Spencer Powell.
Hughes.
Plays it over to Angel Craven. Joey Farhad gets knocked down.
Number 9, Prezi.
It'll be a
And
Liboka
number
ball.
11, Amiri.
A stoppage here on the field.
Correction, it looks like it's going to be Robin ball. Angel Craven plays it into Extreme Hawk. Pau and Adai. Expect that to be the go-to partnership all summer long. Adai plays it over to Hauk. Hauk gets tripped up. It'll be a free kick coming.
You mentioned that Pau and Adai, defensive pairing for Common. Both two talented athletes. Both at different stages of their career. Of course, Pau, a senior at Detroit Mercy this past year, and Adai beginning his career at Detroit Mercy, or excuse me, at Lawrence Tech. So two players with similar skill sets, but in vastly different points in their lives and careers for Common.
Angel Craven whips in a ball over towards Jack Heald, strays offside. The whistle will be blown and play will be stopped. De Leon will get us resumed. Sekou Doumbouya showing off the speed and agility to get over there. Get that one out of Dodge.
Yeah, on his recruiting profile, he's listed as 6'2", and he's got the size, no doubt about that, on the field. So like I mentioned earlier, it's good to see all the substitutes come in for Common, showcasing the different skill sets that they bring off the bench comparatively to what we saw in the first half. And with a 1-0 lead too for Common.
Zebro playing it up ahead, and it looks like number 99 strays offside.
And that's been a common theme for Liboka throughout this game. The constant offside calls, we saw it a couple times with Zedro in that first half of action. So speedy, and no doubt about his athleticism, but sometimes just out of position and called offside there. Similar situation but for number 99 for Liboka.
Apologies to Zedro. I was saying Zebro. We were talking about Zootopia 2 earlier. Must have been stuck on my mind. Matoki on the ball. Plays it over to Zaboya. And Doumbouya brings him down. We got a free kick coming for Liboka.
I'm sure he's a bro. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
We're going to get the captain's name right from now on. Plays it over to that far side. Trying to play the long ball into Matoki. He's got numbers. He's got space. Will he take his time? Cuts back. Takes a shot. Just goes past the shot clock. It'll be a goal kick for Johnny Schwartz and the Robins.
Yeah, but again, there's the momentum building for the visitors. We saw it in the first half, too. At the beginning of the game, kind of felt like at least the first 15 minutes or so, back and forth, but then Liboka was able to kind of settle things down and keep the ball in their zone and build off of chances. And Common's got to be careful here to not let the visitors even this thing up.
Sekou Doumbouya's got absolute legs on him, putting a little pressure on Liboka. As Chino went down earlier, able to resume play. As number 99 looks to streak ahead. Plays it over to that far side, Zaboya. Tries to play it past Damien Adai. Ball still being kicked around, still in play. Goes out off of the Robins. Quick throw incoming. Zedro takes his time, goes around a Robin defender, plays it back into the box. Just goes wide. A golden opportunity for Liboka is not executed. Schwartz will get us underway. Liboka, a grade A chance, not able to get the job done. Doumbouya. Chino. Ball pinging around. Liboka will get things calmed down.
Yeah, and back on the other end, too, for Zedro. That was all set up by his vision, slicing through the defense and finding the crease, making the open pass. So unfortunately, the shot was missed. And like you mentioned, a golden opportunity for the players in gold. It won't get any easier than that. And so the next time that happens, Liboka must capitalize.
Zedro strays offside once again. to the dismay of the Liboka FC fans in the stands right in front of us. The Robins will get a chance to get it restarted.
We had a question in our live stream chat about if players can re-enter the game after subbing out, and the answer to that question is yes, most definitely. They can come back into the game, so expect to see some of the starters that began this game to come back into the game as we roll through this second half of action.
Liboka playing the long ball now with the wind at their backs. Joey Farhat playing it down to Extreme Hauk. Damien Adaya going to blast it up to Demboya. Cleared away by Liboka. Played it over to Fadhili. Playing it inside. Leonce trying to find Matoki, and he's got him if he has the speed on Spencer Powell. Matoki and Spencer Powell. Leadership. Speed, he's got it all.
Yeah, you mentioned the legs of Spencer Powell in the first half, showcasing them right there, beating out Matoki, preventing a chance right there for Liboka FC. Again, showing that leadership and poise is Spencer Powell defensively.
It looks like the referee is going to say that this went off of Matoki. Goal kick for the Robins. Seemed like Spencer Powell kicked it out, but nonetheless, play resumes. Sekou Demboya trying to bring it on. Extreme Hauk as Liboka plays it in. Zidro trying to bring it under control. He does. Shrugs off. Angel Craven with a shot. Just goes wide of the post. Zidro showing the capabilities from distance.
And these guys, they're right there. They are right there. Chances left and right for the visitors, and Liboka FC has to just be wondering, when will it execute and when will it pay off? Everything but the completion of the play, it seems like right now for Liboka FC. Shot after shot, chance after chance. They've caught a couple breaks in the process too. So far, the momentum swinging all the way in the visitors here through the first 10 minutes of this second half.
60 minutes.
Liboka bringing another chance. Zidro playing it off to Adai. Adai fouls Zidro. They're looking to go quick, and the referee brings it back. Had a grade A chance for Zaboyo running in. Instead, our referee decides to play hold up. Fadhili plays it in. Headed away by Farhat. Jack Heald on it. Going to play it into space to Kara Christensen. Christensen, not enough. Matoki sidesteps Christensen, plays it up ahead. Angel Craven. And Extreme Hauk going to play hold-up play. And a foul going against Zidro. Second half, after a bit of a stoppage for an injury to our referee, it's been all Liboka FC so far.
It just feels like the entire game has flipped around. Luckily for Lansing Common, able to get that goal off the foot of Jason Janowski in the first half. But since then, momentum prior to the goal, all Liboka, and all since the beginning of the second frame, all Liboka as well. And that continues right here.
Jack Heald steps in as the captain. Extreme Hauk plays it back to Heald. Heald playing in Sekou Demboya. Does Demboya have the speed? He does. Can he get on the end product on it? Sekou Demboya. Beautiful save from De Leon. Goes out for a throw. Robins showing the response.
Yeah, but another fantastic save from De Leon in the net. Talk about athleticism. He had the jumping double save earlier in the first half, and now that one outstretching, leaving his post and able to corral the ball with ease to prevent Lansing Common from striking offensively.
Zabayo throwing it in. Leonce. Jack Heald stepping in to our number 99. Looking to play it ahead, just too much, goes out for a throw. Brings it into Joey Farhat. Damien Adai on the ball. Looking to play in. Elijah View just goes out of play for another throw-in. The long ball is working. Zedro on it. Plays it over to their number 8. Trying to play it into Matoki. Little sidestep miscommunication there for the Robins. Matoki trying to play it in as Damien Adai puts a foot in. Jack Heel playing it over. Trying to play him into Extreme Hawk. Gonna play hold up.
Oh, and Houck goes down.
Play will be stopped for Extreme Hawk as he didn't think there was too much into the challenge.
Luckily, he gets up and stands up on his own. But right now, as we roll on here in this second stanza, just feels like it's stagnant right now for Common, and that's got to change. It's only a 1-0 lead, and a second insurance goal would go a long way for the Robins here. But Liboka FC and their faithful fans, it's no doubt that they've brought a nice following here to Eastern Stadium with them.
Playing the long ball into Zedra. Spencer Powell is able to win that header, but straight to number 99. Tanas. Crossfield pass over to Matoki. Josh Angel Craven able to step in. Goes right back to Matoki. Fahili to Zedro. Ball still loose, and the Robins are just going to clear it.
But again, it's just another clear and then some more pressure from Liboka. The Robins can keep clearing and killing time even though they have a 1-0 lead, but Liboka just keeps pushing the ball back.
Isco puts in a ball into the box, and Liboka executes on it finally. It's big number 99. It seemed like it was coming, and Liboka get on the scoreboard.
Well, you had to wonder when it was going to happen. Chance after chance after chance for the visitors. And finally right there, off the Common clear, the pressure pays off for Liboka, and they strike back to level us at 1 apiece. And man, oh man, you just could feel it happening, Josh. Liboka's momentum throughout this half has been potent, and it's paid off as 99 gets on the scoreboard, and I am destined to find out what his name is.
I believe it was announced
in the 66th minute by number 99, Yeus.
Yeus. I believe that is what our PA announcer said. Number 99, Yeus, on the board for Liboka. 1-1, and we still got about another 30 minutes to come. Elijah View on it.
Now the fans are fired up for Liboka here down to our left. Can't see him on the camera, but probably could hear in that crowd mic. They have brought themselves a following here to Eastern Stadium. And the momentum all in the favor of the visitors.
And a missed kick there from Johnny Schwartz trying to find Elijah View. And again, Liboka get the goal, but they've got it going in their favor. Here's another chance coming. Johnny Schwartz is able to claim it. Wave after wave is coming despite leveling the score. Leon's just getting into the body of Extreme Hawk. And Leon's is gonna get a yellow card for dissent. For a friendly, it is as intense as you would want it for the first game of the season.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Josh. And it's exciting to see. I mean, if this is what we have in store all season long, I'm thrilled to be here for all the action. And especially if the visitors bring the crowd that Liboka has brought today, it makes for an exciting environment, no doubt.
Liboka offering their own press with Zabayo and Zedro. Johnny Schwartz playing it in. Kara Christensen over there trying to keep it in. Instead, kicks it just straight out. And Fadhili brings in the throw.
You mentioned the pressure earlier from FC Liboka and kind of how it's mirrored Lansing Common's pressure, and how Common usually is the team that applies that defensive pressure, but Liboka themselves has really stepped it up on the defensive end, and that's translated to offensive opportunities, and they just capitalized moments ago on one of those.
One of our ball boys doing a dead sprint over that bush to get it after the misplaced pass there from Liboka, giving the goal kick to the Robins. 1-1, 62 minutes gone here at Lansing Eastern Stadium. Jason Janoski had the first one about 46.5 minutes into this contest in the first half. And number 99 for Liboka was able to equalize, and Liboka still threatening here. Leonce still looking to go. Beautiful little pass exchange. Another offside coming in Liboka's favor, and the fans are stunned, but certainly looked offside as Zidro tried to play him in there. He was behind the Robin defense.
Yeah, no question he was offsides there, but you're right. Imagine what could have been, and many different opportunities for Liboka so far in this game. It's the 5th offside call on Liboka so far. And 3 of them have been dandies of opportunities, but Lansing Common trying to capitalize on their own end.
Matoki, Zabayo, beautiful little move there. Zidro playing it way back. Chino, big number 99. Chino over to that far side. Chino trying the over the top ball to Zidro. Strays in an offside position. And we've got another free kick coming up.
Liboka FC.
Zidro showing the anticipation, trying to play his teammates in, just not able to get that pass off in time to keep him onside. Mistake here, Zidro's in, he's got time, he's got space, just wide of the post. Liboka FC's pressure continues into the second half.
The offensive attack for Common here has been non-existent in this second half, like I said, and Liboka, chance after chance, and the captain Zidro has been the forefront of many of those. And thankfully for Common, that one went awry to the right, but if Common can't step it up and possess the ball for elongated periods of time, Liboka has figured out a way to apply the defensive pressure and translate that into offense. As the goalkeeper, Johnny Schwartz, pushes his team forward.
That wind knocking that ball down, barely not even getting it to midfield. Liboka once again and Zidro being offside.
Lansing Common substitutions going in. Number 22, Andrew Holland. Number 24, Drew Leitz. And subbing in at goal, 00, Lazaro Solis.
Got a number of substitutions for the Robins.
Including in the goal, Lazaro Solis went to Lansing Eastern for high school. He's familiar with this playing surface. He played down in Finlay, University of Finlay Oilers for his collegiate career, a Lansing native.
Andrew Holland and Drew Leitz also stepping in. Pressure coming from these new substitutions for the Robins, pushing Liboka further back. Little miscommunication. De Leon just going to have to come up and boot it. Angel Craven plays in Matoki. Matoki has shown off the speed and the agility today. Plays it into Zidro. Zidro plays it back. Kotoboka, or excuse me, Tanas, off of a body of a Robin. It'll be a corner
A nice positioning right there from Elijah View. Luckily, he got his leg in the way, or else that could have been trouble. Able to deflect that ball, but again, another corner opportunity here for Liboka. They've taken advantage of many opportunities that they've had in the second half, only been able to convert on one. Let's see what they do here on this corner attempt. This is their second of the half.
Ball coming in as the Liboka FC fans encouraging their team. Taking their time as we've got a substitution coming on in. Number 21.
Subbing in for Liboka, number 21, Jonathan.
Jonathan, as the ball's at the back post. Another grade A chance for Liboka. Nobody on the end of it.
You have to think the amount of chances that Liboka has been given in this second half, and given themselves rather in this second half. And for the scoreboard to only be 1-1, tied here at Eastern. You've got to think Liboka has to be disappointed with themselves and the amount of chances that could have been capitalized on. Nonetheless, Lansing Common staying in it. This second half has been non-existent on offense, and hopefully Demboya can change that right here.
As he's on the ball, beautiful little turn step. Demboya still got it, playing it over to Josh Angel Craven. Angel Craven puts a ball into the box, got a man at the back post, headers it down, straight into the arms of De Leon. The first chance in what essentially feels like the second half for the Robins. Unable to produce an excellent choice.
Yeah, no, I totally agree there, Josh. The first chance in the entire second half, and hopefully that can build on more and Common can strike on the scoreboard and respond to the tying goal earlier from Liboka.
Hauk plays in Angel Craven. He's got time, whips it in. De Leon almost spills it to Demboya, able to get his mitts on it. Tries to play it in Zidro. Spencer Powell headers it down. Demboya plays it up ahead to Kota Boca. Boca tried showing off a little flip-flap there. Instead, flip-flapped it to the Robins. So Lace just has to boot it out after the pressure from Liboka. Soboyo. Gino on the ball, plays it over to Sala. Instead, opts over to Jonathan. Demboya has to play hold-up play. Plays it back to Angel Craven. Jack Heald. Little miscommunication there. Zidro. Kota Boca plays in Zidro. But Spencer Powell was able to get there and play cleanup duty. Man, if it wasn't for Spencer Powell, who knows what this contest would be. Extreme Hulk.
Yeah, absolutely. There is no doubt about that. Spencer Powell just imploring his team to pick it up. You can see him throw his hands in the air and look at his teammates in the red.
Damien Adai going on a little run of his own. Takes a shot. Saved by De Leon. The outstretched right hand of De Leon stops the first grade A chance for the Robins of the second half. Corner coming.
I've been very impressed with De Leon in this game. I mean, his athletic ability to outstretch the hand, make that save there, jump up in the air and knock the one away on the left-hand side. He has been fantastic in goal all game long for the visitor team.
And you really can't even say the goal that given up by Liboka was really his fault.
No,
it
no
was
doubt. Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
a turnover by Liboka. Nothing he could really do as it was dinked over his head. In comes the corner from Angel Craven as Kota Boca is able to head it away with ease. We got a substitution coming in. Joey Farhat coming on in for Extreme Hauk. One of the only players to play the entire game up until this point. Played 70 minutes, showing the fitness. Seems disappointed with himself.
Extremely impressive.
Nice pun there, Jack. Excellent stuff.
I try.
We'll bring all the puns this summer.
I try.
Number 6, Joey
De Leon boots this one up high.
Number 9, Extreme Hawk.
A little miscommunication there, trying to find Zidro. Looked like he drifted to this near side. Instead, played it straight to Lazaro Solis. Robins playing it up, and Liboka able to step in front of it, losing their footing, but still able to pounce on it. Leones plays it up ahead, trying to find Matoki. Josh Angel Craven able to step aside. Powell. Salace. Jack Heald goes off of his foot, went off of a Liboka FC player. It'll be a throw in. Elijah Few able to get on it. Has options to this near side, opts for Angel Craven.
You have to think here with about 10 minutes until the 90-minute mark, what can Common do? Make one last gasp effort. And they did that in the first half too, and we're bound to have extra time, a plethora of it, might I add, at the end of this game. So we'll see if they can take advantage and get a last-second goal, or if Liboka can continue the momentum that they've built throughout the majority of this half. It's only the last 5 minutes or so where Common's been able to regain it.
Damien Adai trying the long throw, goes off of Liboka. It looks like we got an injury to a Liboka player. Looks like that's number 20, Salah, over there, as we got a substitution coming in for Liboka. Trezor Ebula. Looks like he's going to come in and make way for Matoki, as another injury. Wonder if match fitness questions have to be coming in here. These players haven't played a full 90 in some time, maybe.
And especially for Liboka here. They have been
Lansing Common 1.
Down for the count on multiple different occasions. And right now it's number 20, Salah, like you mentioned, on the ground, getting checked out, and now makes his way up to his feet and walks off on his own, which is a good sign. But yeah, 5 or 6 times it's been a Liboka player down, but the play has resumed in a 1-1 game.
Damien Adai gets dispossessed there. Liboka says we're going to hold it up anyway. Zaboyo trying to play it to Zedro. Headed away by Andrew Holland. Spencer Powell trying to find Leets. Unable to get it there. View on it. Plays it over to Angel Craven. Andrew Holland, now that center back partnership for Powell. Trying to find Demboya. Off ball run, unable to execute. De Leon playing it back in. Dakota Boca. Goal scorer for Liboka. Andrew Holland playing it over to Damien Adai. Adai showing off the speed, the quickness, gets tripped up. Plays it up ahead, still ball loose. Joey Farhat. Elijah View on it. Jack Heald plays it into Boya. He's got time, space, executes. Sekou Doumbouya gives the lead back to the Robins.
Fantastic stuff right there from Sekou Doumbouya. The 83rd minute strikes and gives Common the 2-1 lead down the stretch in both halves. It's been shaky, but Common has found a way to execute and take the lead 2-1 here at Eastern Stadium. And the fans for Liboka are so displeased with what has ensued on the playing field. But Common will take it, as they've now taken a 2-1 lead on the scoreboard with only 7 minutes remaining of regulation time.
Looks like De Leon just off to the right of your screen, and the referee were having some words. Liboka looked like they were motioning for offsides. No flag was up. So it is a good goal. 2-1 in favor of the Robins in the preseason friendly.
Lansing Common goal scored in the 83rd minute. Put in by number 17, Sekou Doumbouya.
Zabayo gets it started, dekes out Dumboya, looking to go on a run himself, goes off the referee. It will get a drop ball. Zabayo switches it to Chino. Puts it in. Trying to find Zidro, goes off the back of a Robin player, and Damien Adai is able to clear. Jonathan plays it into Abuela. Finds Leonce. Has a Liboka player on the far side. It'll be another offside call, to the groan of many Liboka FC fans.
Yeah, and they felt that the last goal that was scored by Lansing Common, that Sekou Doumbouya, was well offside. He was not. It appeared after looking at the replay that it was very much a clean play, but that one right there, very evident. So the frustration, understandable, down on the scoreboard. However, have to look at it from two different perspectives, and it realistically doesn't make sense why there's that much frustration, because both plays were significantly different positioning for the players.
Liboka goes down. Jack Yield's able to pounce on it. Tries to find Doumbouya in there. Salah's able to get in front of it. Doumbouya gets in there, puts a shot on net, just to the left of the post.
And he's down. Maybe just out of
exhaustion.
Exhaustion, yes.
Sekou Doumbouya giving the Robins a little bit of a spark in terms of the style of play that they can offer. Seems a little more leggy, has a little more technical work, has shown the runs all game long. He'll make way as Jason Janoski, Cullen McKay, and Extreme Hauk are coming in.
And Doumbouya's entire second half was the sole reason Common is still in this game, like you mentioned, Josh, and he is receiving a well-deserved break onto the bench. But now, if you're the visitors from Liboka, you have to capitalize here in the final 4 minutes of regulation and take advantage of any extra time the officials will allot to this game.
Leonce, Extreme Hauk, plays it back to Cullen McKay, tries to play in Jason Janoski, cleared away by Salah. Zidro straying way offside, instead cuts back. Has a chance there on that far side. Damien Adai showing the power, gets ripped down. And Damien Adai, for being young, showing some veteran leadership there.
The Liboka fans getting impatient, imploring the officials to give them calls their way. And in my professional opinion, I feel like this game's been called fairly equally.
It's the nature of sports.
Right.
Regardless of who you support, you feel like everything's not going your way when you're down. But when you're up, you feel everything's going in your way. Being impartial, feel like this has been a fairly 50-50 game right down the line.
Yeah, you know, and I must say that there have been questionable calls in this game, but they've gone both ways, too. I think that the anger and frustration from the fans of Liboka FC just purely comes from the fact that they are currently down on the scoreboard.
Seti Mbarak on that far side goes out for a throw. Leonce bringing it in. Damien Adai showing that height and leaping ability, goes out for a throw, trying to play it up to Zabuyo. And Andrew Holland steps in and playing it back to Salais.
The Holt native Andrew Holland, player for the University of Olivet.
Looks like we had a foul in the build-up. Free kick coming. Zaboyo stepping over at Liboka. Instead, the ref will bring it back. Now we'll get play underway. Zaboyo puts a ball into the box, trying to find Zidro. Spencer Powell underneath it. Extreme Hauk brings it down off the chest. Janoski finds Hauk. Ibuela gonna run at Josh Angel Craven, trying to play in Jonathan. Too much mustard on it. Out for a goal kick.
As we approach the final minute of regulation, 30 seconds now of regulation time. It'll be intriguing to see how much extra time is added by the officials. The amount of stoppages in the second half didn't feel like it was as much as the first half, but right in the beginning, you have to remember that 6-minute delay after the collision between the official and a member of Liboka. So we'll see how much time is added as substitutions are being made here for Lansing Common.
And it looks like they're bringing in some strong reinforcements
16, Carter Hagan.
as Carter Hagan, Archie Tyers, and Christian Trunk are back into the lineup. Lazaro Solis gets us underway, goes off the head of Andrew Holland. Will be a throw coming for Liboka.
And now we've approached the post 90-minute mark, so we'll see how much time is added momentarily from the officials from our PA announcement. But Liboka controls now and has a chance to respond and level the game.
Archie Tyers, Extreme Hauk able to get on the end of it. Leons fell asleep. Hauk plays it into Cullen McKay. Has numbers. Plays it out wide to Jason Janoski. Plays it back in. Elijah Few showing off the technical footwork. Opts to hold it up. Showing some moves. Puts it into the box. Headed away by Chino off of the body of Janoski. Captain Zedro coming up to play with it. Showing off the moves. Gets hammered away by Jack Heald right into the stands.
Nice slide tackle right there from Jack Heald. Another player on this team that's been around, knows the game. The England native, Cleary University player with a fantastic defensive effort. And Liboka is down to their last breath here in extra time.
Andrew Holland throws it in to Extreme Hauk. Sala able to header it away, went down looking for a foul. Instead it'll be a throw in again for the Robins. Now with the Damien Adai not on the pitch, last season we saw it a lot of long throws coming to try and put some danger into the box, essentially creating a set piece instead of being a corner. Got a substitution coming in, number 28 for Liboka. Andrew Holland brings it in, and the Robins are completely content with holding it in the corner, plays it off a Liboka player, another throw incoming.
I've been impressed with Liboka so far. Like I mentioned earlier, Lansing Common on paper, totally the most talented team of the two here playing on the pitch. This 5 minutes of added time will be added. But they just missed on a couple of opportunities where they could have totally capitalized and made this game completely different. But for Common, they have to breathe a sigh of relief as to get that late goal from Sekou Mboya.
Andrew Holland putting the ball back into the box. De Leon looking to go quick, trying to find Zedro. He's able to bring it down, trying to play it in somebody. Elijah Few steps in. Great defensive effort from number 5. Has numbers, 4-on-4. Extreme Hauk plays it out to Janoski. One more goal coming, or the Robins content with taking time? Janoski's gonna dribble it over to the corner. Goes off a Liboka player, corner coming up for the Robins.
And you mentioned it, Josh, they're content with just taking time. Now this corner will take even more time off the clock. 5 minutes, as you can see on your screen, added to this game. If Common can get one here, it would be all she wrote.
Elijah Few puts the ball into the box, still loose, cleared away by Liboka. Jason Janoski offered a little deke that he was gonna put it back in the box. Lets it roll out for a throw in for the Robins.
Janoski's gonna alternate with Andrew Holland here to make the throw in for Lansing Common.
Extreme Hawk gets brought down by Liboka as the seconds continue to tick away, excuse me. Still in play. Extreme Hawk. Jason Janowski's on the end of it. Instead, Leonce pounces on it. Tripped up by Jack Heald. Leonce doesn't have enough time to stay down on the ground. They gotta go. Zidro strays offside once again. The story of the game for number 4. The prolific goal scorer not able to stay onside for a chance to crack at the net.
Tell you what, if there weren't any officials, the game would probably be 7-2 favoring Liboka. The amount of chances that they've had and they've gone offside, just been so unfortunate. For one of the captains, too, very surprising that Zidro has made that many mistakes, but nonetheless, it looks like Common will escape with a 2-1 victory. And it was very hotly contested game in the home opener for the Robins, and one that was not originally planned to be this hotly contested. It sure was. So hats off to Liboka, the visitors, for providing a challenge for the Robins here this evening.
Time still on the clock. Free quick kick awarded. Jack Heald looking to try to find somebody. It opts for Extreme Hawk. Plays it back to Andrew Holland. Goes all the way back to Lazaro Solis. As the final whistle goes, the Robins hold on thanks to a Sekou Doumbouya effort in the 83rd minute to give them the victory in the preseason friendly.
Yeah, and there's two stories to the game. The first being, as you just mentioned moments ago, the offside calls and the what could have beens for Liboka FC in this game. And the second story is the momentum being in favor of the visitors, but then towards the waning moments of each half, Lansing Common being able to strike in the first half. It was Jason Janowski in extra time in the 47th minute of the first half, and then in the 83rd minute, in the waning moments of the second frame, it was Sekou Doumbouya striking on the right side of the field to give Common the 2 goals needed to take the 2-1 victory over Liboka. And it was a very fun game, I must say. Not necessarily what we had in store. We were told before the game that it could have been a potential Common runaway. Nonetheless, a 2-1 victory and a very tight home opening victory for the Robins.
Janowski on the score sheet first. Liboka able to equalize, and Sekou Doumbouya proving to be the game winner. The Robins are victorious in this preseason friendly, 2-1. It's been a thriller here. For a Sunday afternoon that hasn't provided the greatest of weather, it still provided a thriller on the pitch. 2-1 the final score for Jack Vowinkle. I've been Josh Lee. It's been fun. We're going to do it again all summer long right here on the Lansing Common FC YouTube channel. So long, folks.